In today's video from Abandoned Central, we're going to be doing something a bit different. We're going to include two different abandoned funeral homes in one video. And the reason is because these two different funeral homes were very small and rather quick explores. However, they were still both good locations that left a lot of the stuff behind. So it's still a video that you're not going to want to miss. You can see there's the office, old TV, and here's some certificate of death here. Mr. McKnight, and then there's a picture. So I just wanted to kind of show you all the certificate of death. Office is just trashed. All those papers on the floor are all obituaries and stuff, death certificates. And the funeral director's picture on there. I don't want to go in front of that door because it's a busy neighborhood. This abandoned funeral home was established back in 1955. The funeral home was rural, small, intimate, and run by a close-knit family unit that was well respected in the local community. And it was for this reason that the funeral home became highly successful over the years, allowing the owner and his family to eventually open up several other funeral homes in the area. There's an old gurney here. Old tools. All the autopsy tools. All the other funeral homes operated by the family continued to operate successfully over many decades. By 2012, things had really changed for the funeral homes when the owner became ill and could no longer continue to operate his businesses. Cavity chemical, peri-wash, liquid tissue, embalming powder. Gotta love it. This is a bunch of old tools in here. Razors, scissors, hemostats, tweezers, hairpins, more foam mannequins. When the owner eventually passed away from his illness, this particular funeral home in this video was supposed to be temporarily closed until the family could make proper arrangements to reopen it. However, that never happened. The other remaining funeral homes were all transitioned to other family members, business partners, and associates. As of 2022, the one-time successful funeral home still sits abandoned. These are all hair rollers and stuff, curlers, combs, all sorts of stuff for body prep. There's the gurney again, and then the table, metal embalming table, which is wild. You don't see a metal embalming table too often. It's pretty grimy too. There's the fan. Smells in here too. Neighbors are out there partying too. So much cool stuff left in here. The old wash station. In case you accidentally smoke embalming fluid. No. Such a cool ass table. You can see it looks like they were like renovating or something at one time. It smells so bad over here, like death. No joke. Last Supper up there. Old white couch. Here's the vaults and urns and stuff. $3,000 for that one. I think they tried to cover the smell. I don't know if they got bodies back here or what, or cremains, but it stinks bad. That rose one. Cameo rose. Pretty cool. Oh, name and date. Look at this one. This one's got name and date on it too. Some mothballs in that one. Pretty cool though that there's still vaults and urns and stuff left. I had to run out of here because somebody pulled up out front, so that's why I had to shut it off really quick. But he ended up just going and driving on by. So there's the viewing room. I was making my way over here when he pulled up. You got the sick ass caskets over here. Roses in this one. Again, not something that you see all the time either, so pretty cool when you can find some cool caskets. This video is from the second abandoned funeral home that we were able to explore and include in this video. Alright, so we're at this abandoned funeral home, and we came across some abandoned hearses in this building, and we came upstairs and we found a bunch of caskets. Check this out. All sorts of almost brand new caskets in great shape. You can see some of them were like even brand new. Some of them had plastic on them. It's like an outfit, dress for the deceased. This funeral home dates back to the early 1980s when it opened as a small family owned and operated funeral home. The funeral home was originally opened by a local mortician who ran it semi-successfully. The mortician was quite modest and kept the funeral business very small, running it from a couple of rooms from his small single-family home. Eventually, his health deteriorated and the funeral home business was closed. Within just a few years of the funeral home closing, the mortician's son ended up learning the funeral business and followed in his father's footsteps. He ended up becoming a mortician himself and eventually opened up his own funeral home nearby. That funeral home is successful and remains active today. After the father passed away, the old funeral home was left abandoned with lots left behind for us to explore. Most notable was the casket display room with approximately 5 different colorful caskets, burial outfits and dresses, and some random floral arrangements. Over here is a black one. This one has like the good book or something. Some praying hands over there, crosses, a good book. And this one's got another pillow with a good book in it. And you almost can fall through the floor, so you gotta be careful, watch your step in here. And we pan over, we got more floral arrangements. This one actually has some floral patterns, see? Pretty cool. Flowers up top. It looks like an urn down here, or a vault. And we go over to this last casket. Jesus Called. It's got some floral arrangements too. This one's white. White on white. This one's in pretty good shape too. You can see all these caskets. These poles are kind of obstructing and a pain in the butt to shoot. But the video hopefully will look a little bit better for you. Look at those caskets. Just amazing, amazing stuff. It's just not every day you get to see caskets like this. We certainly love our funeral homes, but when they have stuff like this, it makes it even better. And it's historic, which is always a plus. And next we'll go down to the actual funeral home, and you'll also see some of the hearses that are rotting away in the garage. But this is just obviously the casket display room where they had the caskets on display for the families to purchase. Pretty cool though. This room would be where the casket would be at, but no casket. You saw all the caskets earlier. And that pretty much sums up the chapel. Nancy Johnson, the last person to get a funeral here. Bob's Chapel. And you can see the seating area here and the funeral director's picture over there. Look at all these mold on the chair. Here's the hearse that I was talking about. There's actually two of them. There's one over there, and then this one. This one's amazing though. An old Cadillac. That interior. Look at that gurney. And look at that interior of that caddy. Pretty cool. It's old. Old school. You'll see, this is what it looks like over here. On flats. A cobweb hanging off the mirror. Pretty dirty. Embalming machine here.
As we come to the end of another Abandoned Central video, we want to remind everyone to check out AbandonedCentral.com for photographs from this location, as well as our many other abandoned locations. And please subscribe to Abandoned Central on YouTube so that you don't miss any of our latest videos. Thank you everyone for all your continued support.